We got football to talk about. What we've been waiting for a very long time. Of course, it's the best game of the week, in my opinion, because you have the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football heading to Orchard Park, New York to take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. As it currently sits, the Bills are the favorite, only by a point and a half. The over-under is 51.5. I'll tell you what I think the final score is going to be at the end of the show, so wait and stick around for that. For that, though, let's give you a little bit of an outlook on the last 7 months for each of these teams, okay? I don't know if you checked out during the offseason, but if you did, don't worry. We'll get you updated. The 2024 record was 12-5. The head coach for your Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh, quarterback Lamar Jackson. They didn't really make any key trades, as we know. It's kind of the way Baltimore works. The key signings, they added in Jair Alexander, DeAndre Hopkins, and Chidobe Awuzie. The key draft picks, you bring in Malachi Starks in the first round, Mike Green in the second, and Anais Peebles in the sixth. For the Bills, how their last 7 months have gone. 13-4 in 2024. Sean McDermott is their head guy. Josh Allen is their QB1. They didn't really make any key trades either, but they did sign some big players, okay? Joey Bosa. They signed Josh Palmer and Thompson as well. They picked up Hairston, Walker, and TJ Sanders. Pretty good draft for them. However, Maxwell Hairston will not be playing in week 1 because he's dealing with a knee injury. Show me, before we get into any of the preview, okay? Do you think Lamar Jackson should have won MVP over Josh Allen? If you believe that, make sure to do me one big favor. Cast your vote by liking today's video. A little bit of an injury report. This is all coming from last Tuesday's roster cut down day. Adisa Isaac is on the injured reserve, designated to return. Emory Jones is on the NFI list, non-football injury list. And Ardarius Washington was placed on PUP, which I think means good news for his status with his Achilles injury, but obviously all three of those guys will not be playing against the Bills on Sunday. I'm so fired up for this game. I could not think of a better way to kick off this season. And I know there's a lot of complaints about the fact that the Ravens play a really hard schedule and the fact that their first 4 games are really, really tough. And I get what you're saying, but also, pressure makes diamonds, right? I get it. It also busts pipes, but I think this is going to help you in the long run, playing legitimate competition, and it starts in a really big stage against a really good opponent. So we're going to go pretty much position group by position group on both sides of the ball, and we're going to talk about who has the edge. When it comes to the head coach, I think this one is a push, okay? You could argue that it is wild. Neither of these teams have made the Super Bowl in the last half decade. What Sean McDermott and John Harbaugh have done with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, not even at least making it to the game, not even competing for a Lombardi, that's a little bit crazy, okay? So I know that people in Baltimore, a lot of them are really upset with John Harbaugh. I guarantee you the people in Buffalo are just as upset with Sean McDermott, and because of that, I think they kind of even out. The quarterback, I think it's a push, but I will lean towards the Ravens, okay? Both these guys had good years last year, okay? I think Lamar Jackson had a better one than Josh Allen. I think Lamar Jackson should have won MVP over Josh Allen. But still, to say Josh Allen had a bad year is kind of ridiculous. But if you go stat by stat, Lamar Jackson is better. And that's honestly, I would take Lamar over Josh any day of the week. I get it. Josh is mobile with his legs. He's a good runner. He's a plus runner. But he is nowhere near the playmaker that Lamar Jackson is. Okay? I would not want any other quarterback on this team than Lamar. What he does for this franchise, the opportunities he gives this ball club to win games every single Sunday is unparalleled. So give me Lamar over Josh Allen. Who do you think the better quarterback is? Okay, I'm going to give it up to you guys. I casted my vote with Lamar. Now you let me know in the comment section down below. Who would you rather take, Josh or Lamar? Let me know. For the skill positions, running back, wide receiver, tight end, I lean towards the Ravens, okay? I just think they are much stronger in those position groups. Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Andrews. I think I would take every one of Baltimore's players in those categories over Buffalo. I'd take Henry over Cook. Okay, I'd take our 3 wide receivers over their 3. Josh Palmer, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir. I'd take Mark Andrews over Dalton Kincaid. Like, this team, in my opinion, especially on the offensive side of the football, is just much more well-rounded in terms of guys they have that can make plays. I didn't even mention Isaiah Likely. I didn't even mention Keaton Mitchell. I didn't even mention Justice Hill. Okay? I didn't even mention Tez Walker, who a lot of people think are going to pop off this season. I am one of those people, okay? They got better skill position players. They got more weapons for Lamar to get the ball to. Just a little bit of a reminder, we will be live for this game. Baltimore, Buffalo. We'll go live an hour before they kick off, so make sure you do one thing for me. Hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on so that whenever we do go live, you can be the first ones in there hanging out with us. While you guys are down there hitting that sub button, go down the comment section. You'll find this link. Okay, it's also in the description of today's video. Chatsports.com/purplehoodie. What that does is it takes you right to this link where you could get this hoodie, which is awesome, by the way, for only $34. $34. That's it. Okay, I get it. It's not necessarily cold right now. It's not hoodie weather right now, but it will be very, very soon. Time marches on quickly. It's going to be 30 degrees. And when you want a new hoodie and you want a new Ravens hoodie, they're going to be $70 again. Right now, they're 50% off for $34. So head to chatsports.com/purplehoodie and get yours today. The offensive line, I do give that edge to the Bills, okay? I really like the group that Baltimore has. Like, let's be honest. This isn't anything against Ronnie Stanley, Tyler Linderbaum, Roger Rosengarten. I like the guys we got. But when you look at their offensive line and you talk about their offensive line, they have like almost no holes in that group. They allowed 160 pressures last season. 6 sacks only on 673 pass plays. 6th ranked, 87.7 PFF pass block efficiency rating. Now, I know those numbers aren't gospel, but they're a big reason that Josh Allen was able to do what he was able to do last year because he had the protection around them. What they lack for in skill position, I think they make up for in that offensive line. The defensive line, I'm also going to go with Buffalo. And again, I don't hate Odafe Oweh. I don't hate Kyle Van Noy. I don't hate Mike Green. I don't hate Nnamdi Madubuike. I don't hate Travis Jones. This one is close. I like all the guys on the Ravens defensive line. But give me Buffalo's. Because I just feel like they have a little bit more consistency in that area across like the entirety of it. And they definitely don't take as big of a step backwards when you go from starters to second strings. I mean, their defensive line, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, they added in Larry Ogunjobi. They added in Joey Bosa. They have Greg Rousseau. Like, they just have a really, really good unit. And there might not be any great players on this team, but there's a lot of really good football players. What's your score prediction for Ravens versus Bills? I ask you this because mine's coming up in a little bit, but I want you to lock yours in down below before I get mine, okay? So get down in the comment section and let me know what your score prediction is. For linebackers, I go with Baltimore. I get it. They have some good players in Buffalo. But if you think about the inside linebacker position, outside of Fred Warner, Roquan Smith is the best in this game, okay? The Ravens have the second best linebacker in football. Plain and simple. And I think he's looking even better this year, like shape-wise. I think he's a little bit more in shape this season than he was last season. I think he's looking better. I'm really excited to see even the jump up that he's going to take this year, even though it's a little bit late in his career. Not late in his career, but we're 5-6 years down the road. He's not a spring chicken anymore, right? Give me Roquan Smith over pretty much anybody else. For the secondaries, I'm also going with the Ravens as well. And this one was not even close. Like, there's really no argument if you are a Buffalo Bills fan. Because you look at who the Ravens are racking with. This is safeties and defensive back, or safeties and cornerbacks. Nate Wiggins, Chidobe Awuzie, Kyle Hamilton, Sanusi Kane, Jair Alexander, Malachi Starks, TJ Tampa, Ruben Lowry, Keon Martin, and Marlon Humphrey. This is the defensive strength for Baltimore. I believe that secondary, maybe outside of like Denver's, is the best in the country, okay? And so give me the Ravens secondary over Buffalo's any day of the week. They definitely have the edge. Unfortunately, in special teams, I think the edge goes to Buffalo. And I'm really excited about Tyler Loop, especially because of everything that he showed me in this preseason. Like, I'm pumped. I'll be chanting Loop, there it is, all season long. He's just unproven. He's never played a down of regular season NFL football. He's never been out there with the game on the line in a game that actually matters. So, that's kind of why I lean Buffalo over Baltimore in terms of special teams. Get your score predictions in. Hope you already did because I got mine right now. 24-30. Give me the Ravens over the Bills. They take down Buffalo in Buffalo, start the season 1-0, and we're jumping, screaming, happy during Sunday Night Football. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you got me on social media. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JoeyPeterson8 on both of those platforms. And above anything, okay, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. YouTube.com/RavensTV. That's the link for it. But if you're watching this video, just hit that big red sub button down below and lock us in for daily coverage.